Today, I'm going to share with you what I've been doing and more importantly, also why. At this moment, my overall portfolio has dropped at least by 100,000. And by the time you're watching this, I don't know if the correction's worse or it has already recovered. But nonetheless, at this moment, it's still trending downwards. Now, if you follow this channel, you've kind of know that my top holdings are Palantir, PropNex, Tencent, iFast, and Bowsteed. Each of these positions are more than $100,000. And while Tencent, iFast, and Bowsteed have declined a bit in share price, they are still relatively okay. But Palantir and PropNex, which are my top two holdings, have dropped by quite a big amount. So let's look at firstly Palantir. Now this is share price chart of Palantir, and it's dropped almost 20% from its peak of $207. Now Palantir has gained more than 100% in the last 1 year, and 32% particularly in the last 6 months, as you can see in this chart. So let me walk you through the ups and downs as well as my action plans, because that will explain a deeper story. In August, when share price went up, that was after a great Q2 earnings, correct? Results were great, above expectations, as you can see over here, and Palantir's profits were just ballooning at 50%. The stock surged up and it looked great, and it looked to be cracking this $200 share price already back then. But unexpectedly, out of nowhere, a short seller report came out suggesting that Palantir, when it's valued against OpenAI, suggests that it's extremely overvalued. That was by Citron Research, and Palantir subsequently sold down in panic by about 15% all the way down to $160. In my view, that was an isolated sell down, specific to Palantir, and someone's opinion of Palantir particularly. So instead of taking profits, I view these moments as times to buy, and later I'll show you a bit more. And once the sell down completed, the panic resolved, share price actually started to recover. And that's where I actually took the reverse and sold away the amounts I bought to continue to stay prudent. After all, I had quite a sizable position in Palantir already. Let's fast forward to November. Palantir share price actually crossed this $200 and all the way up to $207. That was following Nvidia's strong performance, suggesting that AI still had some legs upwards. Then Palantir themselves had announced results, and Q3 results was very strong again. Not surprising, they've been beating expectations for a long while already, suggesting that their product had a moat in the market. And since the results were above expectations, why did the stock price actually drop? Shouldn't it jump further up instead? Actually, no one knows. And you would realize that being in the markets, not everything in the short term has an answer. There's no need to overthink, there's no need to react due to market news or share price movements. Warren Buffett has always mentioned, invest owning a business, not just a share. Then this sell down continued for quite a while more, and I noticed something different this time round. This sell down, in my view, is not related to Palantir alone, unlike in August. This sell down is across all of AI. Meta is sold down 20% in the last few weeks. Oracle is sold down 20% just in the last 1 month, and more than 30% of its peak. Ups and downs, this will be part of the journey. But a good manager, in my opinion, knows how to think ahead and how to feel when it's a down cycle. And I ask myself, if my Palantir position plunges by 50%, is it too big for my own comfort or not? If the answer is yes, possibly I need to reshape my position to have stronger holding power. And that's why I trim some away to stay truly patient. Now, mastering of emotion is the key to succeeding in investing. This is actually how it looks like in my account. Total positions have been trimmed to less than 200,000 worth already. And before that, I've not sold anything in Palantir in the last 6 months. I share with you my thought process, the buying after a short seller report, the selling away when there's a turn in tide, and hopefully as I share this thought process of how I handle my own game, you find value also and approach the markets a bit better. So as always, smash a like. It's taken our team hours to prepare this presentation for you. And I can also share also that if Palantir share price actually comes down, I now have the comfort to actually acquire more in the future. We need to understand this. Mr. Market doesn't care whether we like it or not when the price comes down. It's about us reacting to it properly when it declines. So that leads to the next question. If it may decline, then why not hedge? Or why not sell everything away? Buy it back when it's much lower, correct? That's a usual question. And I think it all stems with understanding we need to approach Mr. Market with a lot more humility. Truth is, no one knows where the future will be. No one knows when this negative sentiment will turn. For all you know, by the time you're viewing this, there's some positive big news and markets are rallying again. Right now it's looking grim, but sentiments change very quickly. And if we don't know when the decline will end, we need to stay invested. That's how we don't miss out the bottoming process of owning a great company. And if you think about it, if we look 5 years ahead, would it be worth much more? If the answer is yes, we just need to hold on. So if you're owning Palantir shares also, hopefully you share the same right mindset. And if you're thinking about buying Palantir, this correction might be the chance. If you have any comments and questions, leave them in the sections below. And with that, I'll move on to my second biggest holding, which is PropNex. Right now, PropNex is at $2.17 as of this time of filming, a 16% drop off its peak already. But PropNex share price has actually ran up all the way to $2.63 before suddenly dropping. And this is why I actually had to share in my private members channel on 14th of October. As you can see over here, I've been selling gradually. And I've once said before that I'm very happy to hold in PropNex. But what I realized is as of 2 weeks ago, PropNex actually surged to a new high, $2.63. Looks great, correct? Like, oh, going to break out to $3. But wait a minute. This looks totally like a setup to catch on new investors. I don't need to buy PropNex crazily right now because I'm favorable on it, because the showrooms are packed. Latest Sky at Holland, I think, sold very well again. So long-term prospects are favorable. If you're a long-term investor, there are opportunities to invest coming up very soon at much lower prices, at least in my opinion. Then what happened after this round up to $2.63? We see 2 heavy days of selling. I think this is not looking too good. In my experience, PropNex could pull back quite a lot more. So I've actually taken profits off the table. This setup, in my opinion, looks not too favorable, at least in the short term. Right or wrong, I don't know until it plays out, but I'm sharing with you what I see in real time. Now, if you're keen to join, press the join button. Over there, occasionally, I have some private videos sharing my thoughts on markets, and you get early access to videos like this when it's released. Simply for my own game plan, I have to think of PropNex position. If it plunges 30%, would it be too big for my comfort? I have to rethink how much I can truly hold on with true patience and able to sleep well. I still hold close to 200,000 right now, and PropNex being the biggest in my CDP. Previously I mentioned, if I cross $1 million in my CDP, I'll do an update. But it looks like it's going to take some while to get there again. And it's like that. Market don't go up in a straight line. It could stall, it could decline for a period. And let's not again expect Mr. Market to care what we think and what we own. More than that, right now my PropNex position is comfortable enough for me to add back in. After I've seen it grow close to 300,000 already before. And more importantly, I'm happy to stay invested and look ahead. Could PropNex be worth a lot more? Is there a double in it? I would think so. I just don't know how long it will take and what's the journey and turbulence ahead. Do know also, October was a stellar month. 2,424 units sold already, and therefore, total new launches could cross 11,000 for 2025. This means one thing, PropNex Q4 performance is going to be very strong, and if you're owning PropNex, hopefully you share the same conviction, and if you're thinking about buying PropNex also, this correction could actually be your chance. I'll continue to update you in my journey. Smash the subscribe if you haven't done so, and I'll conclude my presentation. Check out these previous videos I have regarding my own investments, and hopefully it can help you also in your investment journey. Take care as always. Goodbye.